All right, everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and of course, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like this video. I did a video earlier this afternoon, or actually this morning, talking about DOMINIC SMITH, and how, well, really, just giving you an idea of what has been going on here over the last few years with him. A lot of sort of drama, to be honest with you, that has nothing to do with him as a player. For instance, and we'll get into the update in a minute. For instance, through the minor leagues, he was always a guy that everybody was high on. But his body language on the field wasn't great. I mean, everybody kind of knows that he always seems like he was out of breath, especially when he first came up. He seemed out of breath when he was playing. When he finally got to the major leagues, he's completely out of shape. It was shocking to see him come to spring training one year completely, totally overweight. In 2019, when he was basically not given the job at first base, but he was really had that job to lose. He had a good spring. However, the first game of spring training that he was going to start, he got to the METS. He got to the game, got to Port St. Lucie late, and the former manager of the team, Mickey Callaway, sat him. Now, he started the season. He got hurt in the middle of the year. 2020. Really no fans in the ballpark. We know the antics that he was doing on the field, and a lot of players in Major League Baseball. I would point this out about Dom. He played great when nobody was in the ballpark. 2021. Had a brutal year. Did not hit a home run in the second half. This year, the Mets were going to trade him. He was going to San Diego. But because of part of the deal was getting Chris Paddock, the Mets were not happy about his medical report. And as it turned out, they were right, because he eventually got traded to Minnesota in a trade, and he had to go on and get Tommy John surgery. So, and the Mets had to hold on to Dom. Now, Dom, since he's been playing, has done nothing. Dom has not hit a home run this season. And I would mention this again. I'm going to say this again. The Mets have two first basemen. They had two first basemen. It's really one. I have been talking about this for 2 years, that Pete Alonso was better than Dom in every way, in terms of numbers, in terms of just presence in the lineup. I've been sort of justified all this and everything. But the point being is, I don't go after a player that I think is good. I don't do it. I don't want to have to do it. I don't want to have to point it out, because I know the kind of heat I'm going to take, especially with a player like Dom. I mean, I know I'm going to take a lot of heat. I took a lot of heat today, which is fine, because I'm proven to be right again. Again, here we go today. I would mention this before I forget. He had an injury the last day before the All-Star break, which was July 17th. It's a 2-week injury. He should have been ready to go on the 31st. So we had like an extra 10 days, and now, I don't know, he played a couple games in the minors. I don't even remember him getting a minor league assignment for rehab. But he has now been, Mets reinstated him from the injured list today, just a little while ago, and they have sent him down to AAA. So now he's in Syracuse, playing for the Syracuse Mets. And I would mention this about the last time he got sent down. He did not report right away. So he'd been very ticked off for a while, most of the season, about the way he's been handled. But a lot of it's been on things that had nothing to do with the Mets. But his play has not helped. He has zero value. I mentioned last week that I was very disappointed to see that the Mets were not able to trade him, just because of the fact that he's so disgruntled. It is not good for him. It's not good for the team. He can't be in this organization anymore. And now they're kind of stuck now. And there is talk, I was reading some things before, that the likelihood of him getting non-tendered in the offseason is going to be very high, because Dom has zero value. However, there had been a lot of rumors that teams were very interested in him. Obviously, teams wanted to trade. The Padres wanted to trade him before the season. So there is a lot of interest in Dom, believe it or not. I mentioned this as well. I had been very critical of J.D. Davis Nobody has come out. They're coming after me about J.D. Davis because Mets fans don't care. He's on another team. The Mets are playing great. He is hitting .333 since he left to go play for the Giants, and he's hit 3 home runs. You got to take into account, this is not an easy town to play in. New York is tough. Okay, it's more than just, being a big city, the big city. Also, the fans are tough. A lot of media here. Sometimes maybe some players can't handle it here. Maybe Dom is one of these players. I don't think he is. I think he's a little bit more than that. And even with Davis too, I don't think Davis as well as he's playing right now for the Giants. But the point being, sometimes it's just a bad mix. And I think it was just a bad mix for him, bad mix for the Mets, and really bad mix for everybody. But it's too bad. But this is how it goes in baseball. I don't want to have to sort of be critical of any player. But watched him long enough, I have an idea of what kind of hitter he is long term. And really, I didn't think there was much of a future for the Mets with him. Simple as that. It isn't about what he looks like. I don't care what he looks like. Don't care. Can he help the Mets win? That's all that matters to me. And he has proven that he can't help them win. That's the most important thing to me. To be honest with you. Well, let me know what you think about this video. Anyone who wrote to me today, I went back and forth with nothing bad, really nothing really nasty. To be honest, I appreciate all the comments that you sent me earlier today. If you're watching this follow-up, so I appreciate that, and thank you for taking the time to write to me. I appreciate you all watching. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Thank you, and I'll see you later.